Good morning, this is Todd Bubba Horwitz from Bubba's Bottom Line, coming to you from the floor of the CME Group in Chicago, taking a look at what's going on here. And what I want to talk about today is we've got a jobs number coming out on Friday. We've got all kinds of economic data. We have a Federal Reserve, likely with the head of Janet Yellen, and all the other federal governors that are just totally ridiculous altogether. But we've got all this information, and they continue to come out with, well, we are data dependent. And I would like to know what data dependent means, because I know today there's going to be 4 or 5 Fed governors coming out to talk about markets and talk about the economy. But if you're Fed dependent, if you're data dependent, what are you out talking about? You're supposed to have the data and then come out and make your statements. Really, you're not supposed to say anything. You're supposed to stay in the closet where you belong and forget about coming out and disturbing the markets and trying to day trade and manipulate, turning the markets into a socialist economy. But at the end of the day, why are they coming out? If they are truly data dependent and they truly believe that they have found the correct methods to correct our current economic status, then there would be no reason for them to speak. But obviously they are speaking because they need the markets to go in a certain direction, because they have, in their own grand scheme of ignorance and of non-common sense, to try to drive these markets one way or the other so they can make their next move. Their next move is most certainly going to be an interest rate cut once again, and probably a quantitative easing forward, because what you're really seeing here is an overall disaster throughout the banking system, throughout the central banks, throughout the economy. You've got no jobs, you've got no hope for jobs, and you've got nothing on the horizon. So what is there to get excited about a data-driven economy in which they continue to say that they're looking for a 2% inflation rate when we've already surpassed that inflation rate? And I know we don't count food and energy because we only buy those things every day. So why would we want to count food and energy in an overall inflationary scenario? So the end of the day is the real question here is, why is the Fed out talking? Who cares? What do they have to say? All they have done is manage to destruct the currency, and they're trying to turn the overall economy and the overall banking system into a banking system of socialistic views and create equalness to everybody, which takes all the entrepreneurial spirit out of this country. So my question to you, Janet Yellen, is what the hell are you doing out talking today? Nobody cares. Go back into the Federal Reserve room and forget about it. Let's see what the jobs number is on Friday. This is Todd Bubba Horwitz from Bubba's Bottom Line, coming to you from the floor of the CME Group in Chicago.